Bruno Fernandes, the captain of Manchester United, has become one of the most prolific penalty takers in the club's history, closing in on a major milestone that would see him become the all-time leading scorer from the penalty spot. With 36 penalties scored to date, Fernandes is just 8 goals away from surpassing Ruud van Nistelrooy's record, a significant achievement that highlights his consistency and skill in a pressure-filled role. However, what sets Fernandes apart isn't just his ability to convert from the penalty spot, but also his willingness to adapt and evolve his technique in order to stay one step ahead of the goalkeepers he faces. Since joining Manchester United in 2020 from Sporting Lisbon for a reported £47 million, Fernandes has quickly established himself as one of the club's most reliable players, particularly when it comes to penalty taking. In his 4 years at the club, he has taken 40 penalties and missed only 4 of them, an impressive conversion rate that has earned him the trust of his teammates and manager alike. This season, Fernandes has been flawless from the spot, scoring all 5 of his penalty attempts, a testament to his focus and composure under pressure. However, Fernandes's approach to taking penalties is far from static. In an interview, he revealed that he has had to adapt his technique over time to keep up with the evolving strategies of goalkeepers. As a player who frequently takes penalties, he understands that goalkeepers are constantly studying him, analyzing his habits, and learning his tendencies. Knowing this, Fernandes has taken it upon himself to do the same, studying goalkeepers and their habits to gain an edge. Fernandes explained that over time, he has had to change his approach to penalties in order to outsmart goalkeepers who have become more adept at reading his movements. He revealed that his new approach involves being more unpredictable, constantly changing his technique to prevent goalkeepers from anticipating where he will place the ball. "When you take so many penalties, you need to change," Fernandes said, acknowledging the importance of keeping his technique fresh and difficult to read. He also described the process of studying goalkeepers, explaining that he observes their movements and patterns when facing different penalty takers. By studying the goalkeeper's accuracy and the way they react to different penalty situations, Fernandes feels more prepared when it's his turn to step up to the spot. He takes into account various factors, such as the goalkeeper's strengths, weaknesses, and tendencies, to make his decision on how to approach each penalty. One of the key elements of Fernandes' penalty technique is his ability to stay calm and make quick decisions under pressure. He has often used a jump technique, where he waits for the goalkeeper to make a move before deciding where to place the ball. This approach, he believes, allows him to be more accurate, as it forces the goalkeeper to commit to a direction before he takes the shot. However, he is also aware that this technique can sometimes give the goalkeeper an advantage, so he is willing to change his approach depending on the situation. If he feels that the goalkeeper is anticipating his jump and is preparing to make a save, Fernandes will alter his technique to keep the goalkeeper guessing. In his comments, Fernandes emphasized the importance of having a reason for every decision he makes during a penalty. While he acknowledges that penalties are never a guarantee and that mistakes can still happen, he feels that his preparation and thought process give him the best chance to score. "You can still miss, but at least you know everything you're doing is for a reason," he said, highlighting the mental discipline required to take penalties at the highest level. Fernandes also drew inspiration from former Italian striker Fabio Quagliarella, who, during his time at Sampdoria, was known for carefully studying goalkeepers before taking penalties. Quagliarella's method of analyzing goalkeeper behavior and adjusting his technique accordingly made a lasting impression on Fernandes, who now applies similar principles in his own penalty-taking routine. What is clear from Fernandes's comments is that penalty taking is not just about physical skill, but also about mental preparation and adaptability. The ability to read the game, to understand the psychology of goalkeepers, and to adjust one's approach accordingly is a crucial aspect of becoming a successful penalty taker. Fernandes has embraced this mindset, constantly refining his technique and adapting to the challenges posed by increasingly savvy goalkeepers. Bruno Fernandes urged to leave Manchester United for a club capable of winning trophies. Bruno Fernandes, Manchester United's current captain, has been the subject of intense scrutiny and debate over the past few seasons. Despite his undeniable talent and leadership on the pitch, former football stars are increasingly calling for him to leave Old Trafford in search of a club with a greater chance of challenging for major trophies. Among those advocating for a departure is Joe Cole, a former Premier League winner with both Chelsea and Liverpool. Cole has openly suggested that Fernandes should move away from Manchester United, arguing that he has run his race at the club and deserves the opportunity to play for a team capable of winning major silverware. The dilemma: success at United but no major titles. Bruno Fernandes joined Manchester United in January 2020 from Sporting CP, and his impact was immediate. A highly creative and technically gifted midfielder, Fernandes quickly became a key player for the Red Devils. Since his arrival, he has contributed significantly with goals, assists, and leadership, helping the team win the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup. However, despite these successes, Manchester United has not been able to mount a serious challenge for the Premier League title or other prestigious trophies like the UEFA Champions League. This inability to compete consistently at the top level has left Fernandes, as well as the club's supporters, wondering if his time at Old Trafford is reaching its end. Joe Cole's viewpoint. Joe Cole, a three-time Premier League winner, has weighed in on the situation, advising Fernandes to leave Manchester United at the end of the current season. In an interview with Paddy Power, Cole emphasized that Fernandes is a player who deserves to be on a team competing for top honors. He remarked that Fernandes has been dragging Manchester United through a difficult period, despite the team's struggles. Cole pointed out that Fernandes often finds himself at the center of criticism from fans and pundits alike, even though he has been one of the few consistent performers for the team. "If I'm Bruno Fernandes, I'd absolutely be looking for a move away from Manchester United," Cole stated. "He's the first butterfly and he's getting all the arrows from everyone. He must go home at night and wonder why everyone is digging him out when he's the only one pulling his weight in this team." Cole's comments highlight a feeling that Fernandes is unfairly blamed for Manchester United's shortcomings, despite his contributions. While Fernandes has played a pivotal role for United, leading in terms of goals and assists, he has not been able to guide the club to league titles or European glory. His current situation at United is marked by inconsistency and a lack of progress, which has led some to suggest that he would benefit from a change of scenery, particularly as he nears the latter stages of his career. The pressure of playing for Manchester United. Playing for a club like Manchester United comes with immense pressure. The expectations are sky high, and players are frequently scrutinized in the media. Fernandes, as the captain, is no exception to this scrutiny. While he continues to produce on the field, he is often blamed for United's collective failings. For a player who has been so crucial to the team's successes and creativity, this can be mentally and emotionally draining. Cole's analysis of the situation suggests that Fernandes may be feeling disillusioned with his role at United. Despite his best efforts, he remains one of the few shining lights in an otherwise underperforming team. Cole argues that Fernandes deserves more recognition for his performances and that he should leave United to find a club where his talents will be fully appreciated and where he can compete for major trophies. Cole further emphasizes that Fernandes is a fantastic footballer, capable of thriving at most top clubs, and that he is now at a point in his career where he needs to prove himself in a team that is in a position to win titles. Manchester United's future and Fernandes' legacy. Fernandes' future at Manchester United will largely depend on the direction the club chooses to take in the coming seasons. Despite ongoing struggles, Manchester United remains one of the most prominent football clubs in the world, and the hope is that they will eventually return to the top of English and European football. However, that may take time, and Fernandes could find himself waiting for a period of transition that may not suit his ambitions. If Fernandes were to leave, it would mark the end of an era at Manchester United, one where he was arguably the team's most influential player. His legacy at the club is secure, as he has been the driving force behind many of the team's positive performances. Yet for someone who is undoubtedly capable of achieving more, the prospect of playing in a more competitive environment could be a tempting opportunity. For a player like Fernandes, who has not yet won a league title in his career, a move to a club competing for major honors could be a way to cement his place among the best in the world. Sir Jim Ratcliffe's support for Fernandes. Despite Cole's comments urging Fernandes to leave, there are also voices within Manchester United that are keen to retain him. Sir Jim Ratcliffe, a Manchester United co-owner, recently praised Fernandes as a fantastic footballer and emphasized the club's need to keep him. Ratcliffe's comments reflect the recognition of Fernandes's quality and leadership, suggesting that the club values his contributions highly, even in challenging times. It remains to be seen whether Fernandes will heed the advice to leave Old Trafford or whether he will stay to help Manchester United rebuild. With United in a state of flux, the decision regarding his future could come down to his personal ambitions and whether he believes the club can return to its former glory soon. Should Bruno Fernandes leave? The debate surrounding Bruno Fernandes' future at Manchester United is a reflection of the broader challenges the club faces. While Fernandes has been a standout performer, his ability to help United achieve its goals has been limited by the team's overall lack of success. Joe Cole's advice for Fernandes to leave in search of a club capable of winning trophies is understandable, especially for a player of his caliber. However, Fernandes' decision will ultimately hinge on his aspirations, his desire to lead Manchester United back to the top, and whether he believes the club's future can align with his ambitions.